You are the one who buys the expensive food. You fill the bowl, you walk them in the rain, and you schedule the vet appointments. And yet, the second your partner walks through the door, your dog loses their mind, completely ignoring you while you stand there holding the kibble. If you look this up online, you will hear the exact same 3 explanations repeated everywhere. People claim dogs favor whoever feeds them, whoever they imprinted on as a puppy, or whoever matches their energy levels. Those factors play a role, but they ignore the physical mechanisms firing inside a dog's brain in real time. To decode why a dog chooses one specific human over everyone else, we have to stop looking at our own affectionate behaviors. We have to look at how a dog's nervous system files information about safety. Neuroscientist Gregory Burns spent 15 years with a pug named Newton. They had a reliable daily routine: the couch, the specific walking routes, the way Newton leaned against his leg while he worked at his desk. When Newton's back legs gave out and he passed away, Burns was left sitting in the quiet, consumed by a painful question. He realized he had no idea if Newton actually loved him, or if he was simply a biological machine that opened the tin cans. That unanswered question triggered a decade-long scientific investigation. It led to brain scanners, behavioral trials, and a series of discoveries that map the biology of interspecies affection. A team at the University of Veterinary Medicine in Vienna set up an experiment where they brought dogs into an unfamiliar room. They gave them a set of manipulative puzzle toys, the kind you have to nudge or paw open to extract a treat. When a dog's owner sat nearby, remaining quiet and unhelpful, the dogs worked at the puzzles persistently. But when the owner left the room and a friendly, encouraging stranger sat in the exact same chair, the dogs slowed down, lost interest, and gave up faster. Researchers call this the secure base effect. It comes from human infant psychology. A baby explores a new environment when their parent is nearby because that specific presence lowers the infant's internal alarm system and enables curiosity. Dogs operate the same way. Your dog doesn't automatically favor the person who showers them in the most pets and treats. They lock onto the person whose behavior is the most legible and predictable, the person who gives them internal permission to relax and be brave. A dog's favorite person is a secure base that stabilizes their nervous system. This psychological anchor is built on hard chemistry. To see how, researchers at Azabu University in Japan brought dogs and their owners into a room and let them simply hang out and interact for 30 minutes. For the dogs and humans holding sustained eye contact, both experienced parallel spikes in oxytocin. It is a mutual gaze loop. The dog's gaze triggers the human's chemistry, which triggers the dog's. The loop runs in both directions, growing stronger every time it fires. To test if this was just a byproduct of being raised indoors, the researchers ran the same protocol on hand-reared wolves. The wolves actively avoided eye contact. No oxytocin loops activated in the animals or the human handlers. Dogs developed an anatomical mechanism designed to use the human parent-child bonding system. They evolved this biological technology during the domestication process. To get definitive proof of a dog's internal world, Gregory Burns trained a group of dogs to lie still and awake inside an fMRI machine. He wanted to watch their brains process the world in real time. In one experiment, his team trained the dogs to associate one object with a food reward and a different object with verbal praise from their owner. In the caudate nucleus, the brain's reward center, it glows for food, but glows significantly brighter for human praise. This matched a physical maze test. Dogs with the strongest response to praise ignored the food bowl, running straight to their person. The neurological data confirms that these dogs are biologically hardwired to prioritize human connection over basic survival rewards. If you are watching this and you know you are not your dog's #1 draft pick, the data offers a clear reassurance. Their choice is not a judgment of your effort, your love, or the amount of work you put into their daily care. An anxious or nervous dog is seeking a matching frequency. They will often bypass the person trying the hardest to show affection and gravitate instead toward the calmest, most predictable presence in the room. But primary attachments aren't locked permanently in place. You can become the secure base by becoming that steady, quiet, reliable presence over time. Winning a dog's preference requires the slow, consistent building of a foundation a nervous system can count on. A decade of brain scanners and behavioral trials eventually answer the question that haunted Gregory Burns after Newton died. The data shows that your scent, your rhythm, and your presence are encoded into their reward circuitry. You are a permanent part of their internal world. Tell me down in the comments, what was the quiet, weird, highly specific moment you realized exactly who your dog's favorite person was? I read these and I want to hear your stories. Thank you for watching. Hit like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video for another deep dive into the science of our best friends.